Welcome back to another Blue Lock video. This is a slight continuation to the previous training video, but this will just go over what all you should do when you're in the game. And first off, be right back. Okay, what I was going to say was let's just quickly claim what's in the gift box. And this is the other gift, these locked items I was telling you about, so we're just gonna accept that. First of all, let's just join a club, because I think this is something you should do as soon as you can. Okay, let me select. Okay, we'll just join this one. Alright, now that you joined a club, there's only 4 things that you really do as part of a club. There is the Club Royale, and this is currently locked for me. There are 2 league matches, but essentially they're kind of the same thing. And there's also a club match, which you would go to by pressing club and then selecting club match right here. So there's the main 4 things you would do. Now, personally, for league matches, I never go into those. I'm just automatically registered into those, so I don't click in and do those. For Club Royale here at the top right, you do have to manually go in and play that. It's at either 1 or 2 p.m. I think it's 2 p.m. Pacific time. So this opens up at 2 p.m. You go in, you participate, and then you can go ahead and do it. So that you have to actively click into. And then for club match, you would just click into this as well, and you would go to it from here. You'd have to go click club, and then you'd click club match. But that's how you generally just do it. You would have to go into club match and go into Club Royale, so I manually do those. For league matches, I'm kind of automatically registered, so I don't really click into those. And then periodically you will get rewards for doing all of that. And now the second thing is rank match right here. So we're just gonna go ahead and click this. This is basically PvP. And the way it works is you actually just keep fighting opponents, and if you win, you retain your rank. The minute you get to a certain rank, like let's just say if I go and beat this person. When I beat him, I'll be rank 45 now, and I really won't have any problems with like someone else beating me and taking that spot. So if you can get to rank 1, you will probably stay there till the end of the arena session, right? So till July 14th, by that time, this rank will continue staying there. Now, there are wings as well, but essentially all you got to do is just make sure you're at least above rank 22, and then you'll always get promoted or stay in the top wing. So that's just kind of how it works. If you can push to rank 1, definitely go for it. You do get better rewards, of course, if you're rank 1 at the end of the season, here July 14th in this case. And then you'll be able to trade for some nice stuff. But again, just make sure you're always hitting at least rank 22. Now we're going to head on over to rivalry battles. These are basically like your typical PvE content. You would just go in and do these. So let's say I will just go into this one, and there are multiple different types. In this case, this one has a trading post where you would do certain events, you would get items, you would go into the trading post and you'd exchange for them. That's kind of how that works. Now, as for an example of another type of event, you would, let's say, go here, and you just have to keep beating these stages, like continuously keep beating all these stages until you reach the end. And I just go however far I can. I don't really take too much value in trying to make sure I win every single one. You probably might not, so that's something to keep in mind. But you would just basically have to overpower, let's say in this case, Aiku's intelligence stat. So you'd have to beat Aiku's intelligence, which you can check by clicking this and then going here, and you'll see, okay, so he's got 2000 intelligence. So I gotta make sure I have a unit that has more than 2250 intelligence. Then I can win this battle. Now you can also buy a pass and restore your attempts here, but personally I've never needed to. And you can also, I think that same pass also gives you more attempts, like 5 more attempts, but again, I've never needed to use it. If you do want to restore your attempts, what you can do is you go over to Trading Post, and if you'll see these protein bars, you can go ahead and restore your remaining attempts by a certain amount. The game will also give you some of this, but you can also grab them from events like this in the Trading Post. They also have these items, which will restore your training stamina, so you know when you're, and this is not auto training, this is separate, this is when you're actually training characters. And just for the example, let me head in and show this. So this training stamina right here in the top right, where it takes 20 stamina to train one player, you can also grab items to refill that, so you can continuously keep training if that's what you want to do. Now since we're here, let me just do this one. just to give an example of how it would kind of look. It's very similar to a lot of the other matches you would do. So you just go on in and clear the stage, you can back out. And if you want, what you can always do is you clear the stage, and they added this in an update, which was nice. If you want to keep going, just go on, click next match, and you'll just go on to the next match, which is kind of nice. You didn't have that before, you had to go back and then do another one. But that'll do it for the rivalry battles. And again, you can just tap this plus, and then you can just refill your stamina if you want. But I'm not going to do that right now. One last thing I want to go over is this community tab. So this will be the last aspect of your dailies. You would just go on over to community. And let's go over to bulk cheer over here. And I would just bulk cheer people I follow. And if you have enough, you can do up to 50 cheers. Go ahead and cheer in your club too. And what that does is that just satisfies the daily. But you also get friendship points. And there is a friendship shop, which I will show in just a minute after I talk a bit more about this. You do want to make sure, at least the way I do it, when I'm following people, I only follow 49 people, and then I would just bulk cheer, and then I would get 49 out of 50 bulk cheers for the day. And the reason I do that is the daily reset is a bit weird, where these 50 cheers and your login bonuses and your rank match attempts, they all reset about 2 to 3 hours before the dailies reset. So it's a bit of a weird sync issue, but sometimes there have been cases where, let's say I cheered 50 times and now all of a sudden I can't do that last cheer I need for my daily. So what I'd recommend you guys do is just only follow 49, bulk cheer the 49, and then the daily reset happened and you didn't realize, and then all of a sudden you need to cheer one more. Now you can do that, right? You just go ahead and click anyone in your club if you happen to have people in your club that you're not following, and then you would get your daily, right? And then all you have to do is wait 3 hours, and then the daily resets happen, and then you can go ahead and do it again. But just as like a failsafe, I would recommend following only 49 people. Again, that's just a personal preference. I just don't want to miss a daily, let's say, because I just happen to cheer too many times. Now let's get on over to the friendship shop. It's not anything too amazing, but you do want to periodically check this shop, by the way. I'm kind of briefly going over it, but for summons, like if you do some summons, you might get these points. And specifically, I think it's this one. If you keep doing your free summons, you'll get a decent amount, and I'm pretty sure you could probably like pity anything that's 240 for the most part if you just do the free summons. And if you throw in like a few multis here and there, you can probably catch anything at 240, so you can get like a flow character, or in this case you can get some UR cards. But I don't think it's possible to probably reach 700 or 800 to get the 5 stars or LRs if you just purely do free summons, which kind of makes sense, right? They are a bit more rare. But just make sure you go through the shop, like this Town About a Festival trading post. Go through this, make sure you collect a lot of stuff, because in this case, this leaves in 5 hours. So you want to make sure you grab stuff from this before it leaves. It's just free items, right? And here's the friendship point thing. You can grab like a few items if you want. And yeah, so just make sure you check the shop. That's also pretty important. But that'll basically do it. And if you check the dailies, we send a cheer, we do a rivalry battle. You can do a free scout, so you can get this out of the way. And then for training, again, like I said, if you have auto training in the background, you can just immediately finish your dailies in one fell swoop. Shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes, probably like 2 minutes really. And so I'm just going to go ahead and retrain, just so I'll have it ready. And if you happen to log into the game more than once, you can always just hop in, do this training, and then like hop right out, because training happens every 8 hours, so you can always do that. And let's just go over to the scout and get this free scout out of the way, and then finish our dailies. Now that we have that done, let's go on over to our dailies and claim all, and then claim all one more time to get our 50 blue gems. And there you have it. That's basically dailies done. And then you of course can accept your missions here. You'll get a lot of blue gems from doing your fixed missions initially. As you can see, I get quite a lot. I probably should have showed what I get, but it's just really from training, right? You train, you do different events in the game, and then you can get a lot of good blue gems early on from this fixed tab. And then events tab will have a lot of time limited missions. So just clear as much as you can. You don't have to clear everything. But yeah, you can get some blue gems from this too. So we'll just go ahead and claim all. Nice, we get a ton of blue gems here, most likely probably from the beginner support mission. Get a free UR card, and I think there was a 30% 4-star, yep. Okay, we got 3k blue gems. So yeah, so as a beginner, make sure you prioritize these missions. So I just have to change my transfer settings, and then I can get 3,000 more blue gems. And then finish this Welcome to Blue Lock training too. Might as well, you get free items, right? So that'll pretty much do it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful. And again, if I missed anything or if you have further questions, please let me know down in the comments. But that'll do it for this video. Thanks for sticking around. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.